You're checked in with the people's champ, Dre Rocca, on U92.
U92, your number one for hip hop is Dre Rocca, and I had to reach out to a very special person in our community. She goes by Rhino, really dope artist, and I just appreciate you. Thank you for your time today. How you doing today, Rhino?
Good, man. Yeah, I appreciate you reaching out, and it's a big thing for me to to support local, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that, and I have a lot of love for the local scene, and
Yeah, you are. I mean, you're somebody that obviously my cousin put me on to you, right? And I've known you for a very long time, and I didn't even know you did art until I started to see some of your projects, your self portraits, and your style alone is very unique. So where did you get your inspiration from?
I think a lot of artists start from like a low point, and that's where I first started. I needed kind of something to vent, and I'm one of those people don't like to ask for help, so that kind of helped me find peace on my own, and from there I kind of started, I'm gonna do something with it. Somebody had said that they liked the painting and really resented with them, and it was about my heart being broken, and it really helped them. And so after that, I said, now that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help people with my art and do some meaningful stuff. And so it's gotten harder over the years now because I'm not at a low point anymore, right? That was a few years back.
Yeah.
So now I kind of do just kind of things that I feel that other people can relate to in day-to-day life. And also, I love cartoons and things like that. So I do that for fun as well.
I love it. I think it's really, really dope. I seen that you actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you actually start into like the spray paint type of art as well? Not only canvases, but now you're doing like, I think you did like a shed or something. I swear I seen some piece you did on like a shed. So tell me a little bit about that, like the way you transition from one form of art to the next.
Oh man, I do so much. I do so many different mediums. It's crazy. I don't know. I just embroidery, screen printing, everything I can get my hands into. And that one was kind of just like my friend had a shed, and I was like, hey, I got some spray paint. Can I paint it? And like, yeah. And I just kind of went for it. But no, there's getting involved in the local scene. I know so many different artists that dabble in so many different mediums, and they're always willing to help me out and practice with me, or we have art nights and things like that. And I really love that. It's like become a family for me, the local scene. People, you would think that, when I first started, I was like, man, this artist is so much better than me. They can draw portraits and things, and I can't. They're gonna look down on me, but that's not the case at all. Artists support artists, no matter the skill level or whatever, because you can't really base art, on a scale or anything, because it's all just different. Every art is different. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. I got Rhino, an amazing artist here locally. Rhino, how did local hip hop influence some of your art?
Oh man, they helped me so much. I started with poetry slams. I'm like, I want to get involved, and I found that. And then during the poetry slam, I met someone who was doing a local hip hop show. And I went to their show. I didn't know anybody, and I really dug it. It's just local people just filling their heart out, or b-boy dancing and things like that. And I just showed up so many times, and eventually I became friends, and they found out I was an artist, and they said, hey, come vend at my show. And you go vend at one of their shows, and then another one's like, hey, come vend at my show. And being there, being surrounded, it's like a family. And the hip hop community has really embraced me and gotten me out of my shell when I wasn't even thinking about vending or giving my art out or anything like that. And it really helped me. And so I try my best to support them, now, because I have come I've come so far in it now. So.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that always stuck out to me, is that you always showed support. And I feel like now is the time when people can support you, right? Because I hear that we have the Rhino Show coming up. What is this?
Yeah. It's a solo show that I have going on. And, I'm saying it's a solo show, but I love showing love to like all my locals. So I have collaborated with about 8 different artists and a couple different bakeries, just like small local independent businesses, to just kind of come together. And I've done a bunch of paintings and embroideries and stickers, pins, all kinds of different things with help from other local artists. And we're just going to get together and have some drinks and food, and I'll check out all the art. It should be fun. It's going to be a party.
Awesome. I know it's on June 3rd, right? June 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
where's
first
it?
Friday in June at the Bonneville.
Awesome. Address is 221 25th Street in Ogden, Utah. I see that there's going to be some performances as well. You're going to have some musical artists?
Yeah, local. One of my local favorites, the Phoenix Child. They are one of my favorite locals. One of the very first hip hop locals that I met when I first started out, and they did my very first solo show. And so they're gonna do this one as well, and I'm super excited for that.
Awesome. Well, Rhino, what is the social medias? Where can we find all this great art?
On Instagram, RINO_paint. Also, there's a link on there that I would love for people to show love for. It's a local hip hop playlist. Well, not just hip hop, but local Salt Lake playlist of all music. I think right now I'm up to like 19 hours. And so, of just local Salt Lake music to go show love to your local Salt Lake artists.
That's awesome. I see that. It's called the Local Salt right there on
Local
Spotify.
Salt.
Go show some love to Rhino Paint. I really appreciate your love and your continued efforts to build people up in our community, which is why I wanted to reach out to you, by the way. So I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
U92.